Welcome back, Saber fans. Tony here from Run Sabers, and today another update video for you. If you're new to the channel, I do install, repair, and review these sabers, so please like, comment, and subscribe. I also have a website, runsabers.com, where you can find my finished products and sound fonts. So if you're interested in that, download, check out the link in the description below. So here we have a Pachstore Revan, I think it's what it's called. It might be spelled differently, but it's a Revan saber. And so, which is very nice. This is his Sith version, which I always thought was backwards. His Sith lightsaber looked more like the Jedi light side, and then his Jedi lightsaber always looked like a Sith version. But either way, the customer here had a Neopixel problem. Apparently, he sent it to me in a rush. He wanted it done before Halloween, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll figure it out. You know, it might just need coded, whatever. So I coded it with the new config, and the Neopixel connector still wasn't working on the hilt side. And so I took it all apart. I started studying it. I took the original PCB connector apart and unsoldered it and checked to see if there was any problems or shorts. There's nothing there. What had happened was that the Pachstore forgot to bridge the two LED pads on the Neopixel board for full power, so the PCB could light up and acted fine, but then as soon as you plugged in the blade, it would only light up like half the blade and very dimly because it wasn't giving enough power. So I ended up soldering those together, bridging those, giving it enough power for the blade, and then of course at that point he was like, well, might as well just get new fonts on it and stuff and update it fully. Originally he had asked that his speaker might have been broken, so he wanted me to look into that. And what was happening was that it was glued forward and was making contact with the back end of these this little pull-out mechanism. And so I ended up pushing the speaker back and pulling out the original glue because that's what was causing the problem, and then re-gluing it to this negative battery pack to the back of it so it didn't make contact with the chassis itself. And so brand new fonts on here. He ended up doing I think it was 10 fonts by ProffieBoard. He basically was like, hey, I just want, these fonts, but you can have fun with the rest. And I was like, okay, sweet. And so this is a really, really cool saber. So, of course, we did the accents.
You are the one who deserves to be the Dark Lord.
So you have the accents here on the accent LED or Neopixels here. And then you'll also have, I believe, the accents on the Shtok connector. And so, yeah, very, very cool. Let's see here if I can show that off. Yeah, so you get a single pixel inside the Shtok LED that kind of lights up because I coded one sub blade, one accent, and then one actual blade. And so, yeah. So without further ado, let's show off the sound fonts. Right, I gotta remember which one's power and aux. But, so, we have a 27-inch blade to demo it in because we're here in the studio. And so, yeah, so first up we have the Prodigal Butcher. This is a Revan-inspired sound font by ProffieBoard, which is very suiting to this lightsaber. This is one that the customer did request. I figured out which one was power. Got that kind of pre-on, and of course a purple blade. So this is featuring ProffieBoard 6.7, so you have all the cool little features on there. Also got the volume turned up so it'll be as loud as it can be without the speaker being kind of distorted. So just click aux or blasters. For force effects, you want to hold power for 2 seconds and let go. For lightning block, you want to hold power, tap aux. For color changing, it's the opposite, so hold aux, tap power. You get that color change effect, which this one is a color change direct, so it goes directly to red, because Revan turned from light to dark several times. And so, yeah, to go back, you just do the same thing, and you're back to purple. For tracks, you want to hold either the coded track while the blade is up. This has a Revan track I custom made. Or if it has a track player, you can tilt the blade sideways and play multiple tracks by rotating the saber and then clicking power to confirm what you want. Let's see, what else? Multi-blast, you want to hold the aux button for 2 seconds and let go. You'll get a multi-blast begin sound, and you can just swing your saber for blasters. Get out of it, tap once more, their guns will overheat, and then, yeah. Next up. So he also, I kind of threw 2 fonts in there that I thought would fit his stuff. This is Pitch Black by Lord Blanco. This is I kind of made it a Revan-inspired font, but it has the same track on there, and pre-on by ProffieBoard, which is really, really cool. It's an overload pre-on effect. So we'll start the track. We'll start the pre-on effect. Very, very cool. So the clashes just clash the saber. For lockup, you want to hold either or button and flash. And so yeah. To bypass any prions that you don't want, you can just do gestures. And it'll just ignite the saber. And so, yeah. Next up. This is one of my fonts I decided to throw on there. This is Mando Jedi. This is as if Jedi had created his lightsaber from Mandalorian parts and whatnot, and kind of got a hybrid between the original trilogy and Mandalorian sounds of the dark sword. It's kind of got a custom blade style here. It's dark sword blade style by Fat263 that I modified to get a medium kind of blue. That's it here. And then this also has white swing. Kind of an unstable white swing. Blasters. Force effects. Of course, this one has tracks as well. This one is the track player. Of course, the Purge of the Empire. Purge of Mandalore. So, yeah. Next up.
The dark saber. It belongs to you.
There's another one that the customer requested. This is Dark by Chirophonic. This is the Mandalorian version. This is the one that he was like, I want Revan and I want any Mando fonts. And I was like, I got you. So this is one of the Mando versions of the Dark Saber by Chirophonic. So, white, dark sword blade style. Force effects.
Without that blade, she's a pretender to the throne. She can't take it. It must be won in battle.
It also has the Mando track on there. Naturally. Next up.
Atten Rand.
Now, those were the only ones that he had requested originally, so I put some really Old Republic ones on there, and then, of course, some really kind of fun blades as well. So this is, I forgot if this is the Repulsor Fist or the Competent Slicer, but these are all fonts from the Old Knight pack by Chirophonic. So a gold blade. These all have track players on there, which is really cool. You can go through tons of them. Like, I could be scrolling forever. There's Chirophonic included loads of tracks on that bundle from the old Republic game. I like that one. So yeah. Next up.
Darth Malak.
This is the Metallic Jaw by Chirophonic. Very gnarly Prion. Very gnarly force effect as well. So these will all have the same tracks on there as well. This one actually has a hum flicker blade, which I don't know how well you can tell. But yeah, next up.
My name's Beodor.
Again, I don't remember if this one is the Slicer or the Fist. So how do you go with light blue with this one?
I'm Mira. I'm the best bounty hunter in this system, and that's not me bragging, that's fact.
This is the Huntress by Chirophonic. This is, I don't know any of these guys' names, but this is a Sith font as well. Very, very cool. Of course, they all have Prion effects, which can be bypassed. And so, yeah, next up.
The Exile.
This is the Exile by Chirophonic. This is kind of a Kreia-inspired font. So with a green. This is one of my favorites from that pack. Next up.
I came to warn you, Jedi.
This is the Lord of Pain, I believe. This is a really cool, one of my favorites as well. Next up.
Second sister.
Now, changing up a bit from the traditional Old Republic fonts, I decided to put some really cool fonts on there, kind of fun. This is the second bicyberphonic / K-Sith. This is an Inquisitor-inspired font. I forget her name every time. And so, it has the second blade style by Fet263. And the pilot light ignition. I don't know how well you can see that. Very kind of cool. Just kind of a really cool font for this. Force effects. This has the Jedi Fallen Order track when Vader shows up. Very, very creepy, eerie. But yeah. Next up. This is Unstable V2, another fun one that I wanted on there. You already have an Unstable Purple on there, but I want something different and kind of sequel trilogy on there, I guess. And so this is Unstable V2 by Kyberphonic. So. Kylo's theme on there is the track. But yeah, next up. And last but not least, you have your passive battery monitor, which fades from green to red depending on the battery voltage, and of course the party blade. So that includes the update for the Pachstore Revan lightsaber. Of course, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope the customer enjoys the saber. Have a wonderful day, and may the Force be with you.